remember making a very large number of films, and it was the in-between fertile space that one wanted to capture. And since I had come from films, I just felt that it would be, and we wanted to create something that is episodic but truly cinematic. The detailing of the story, the character arcs, and therefore I think the natural thing for me was to reach out to the filmmakers.
I mean, it has to be said about Rajalike that there is a very box office driven movie industry in Mumbai and all other film centers in the world, including India, not just Mumbai. And when you put out a film, the worry is how much you've invested, how many people will show up on that Friday, Saturday, Sunday. By Monday, there's some report card, the movie is gone. Was this liberating for you? Because you guys started out as Bollywood filmmakers and then moved to a completely new medium.
Yeah, that's the main thing, right? I mean, besides the Friday concern and all that, I mean, and also if a film is good, it does start catching up, and sometimes films do work with word of mouth. But more than that, I think it was the restrictions, a certain inherent format that comes with the film. So firstly, you're limited to say a 2-hour format, that is number one. Number two, there are certain things you need to do. Maybe you need to have songs. If you don't have songs, you're already seen commercially that your legs have already been shot.
Right.
Or you need to have a star that can open the film. You know, you can't just go with a bunch of actors and say, okay, I'm going to spend so much in marketing and release the film, right? No producer would do that. So now you need somebody who will open a film for you. So all these restrictions that were coming with the film suddenly go away. Like suddenly you have the ability to make a show on the scale of a film without having to worry about these things. The only thing that matter is how good are the actors and how strong is your storyline and your content. So nothing else matters, and suddenly, that pressure has been lifted, which is one of the biggest reasons we were considering or enjoying making in this format.
Yeah, also as a viewer, we always thought we were audience-turned filmmakers because we don't have filmmaking, we don't come from film schools, or we weren't assisting any directors. We just came from outside and struggled to make our first film, and that was it. That's the only journey we know of. So as audience, as you're watching these films, you have your discussions and debates with friends and filmmakers, and you realize that you haven't seen a good film in a long time. You've seen a successful film, you've seen a hit film, you've seen whatever they're dishing out versus, oh, that's a really good film and I really like it personally. So you realize what was going on with that, because everybody's always in a race across the world that when your film releases in theaters, it better be a hit. So now you're going with the trappings of what makes a hit machine or a hit. So you start doing that more. We did go through ups and downs as filmmakers, making feature films, and but at that time there was still no outlet like a series that we could do as a filmmaker. So for us, the liberating experience was making Stree, because I decided after making Gentlemen that instead of going for a commercial big format with money and budgets and songs and actors, what if I go for a completely quirky idea, something that we really want to do, and go for an actor like who's not even a commercially successful star at that point. Just make a film like that and make a hero that is non-heroic and all kinds of things that we want to do as filmmakers. But I did realize that budget was a big concern, so you had to make the movie in single digits. You had to make a very tight, small film, and now there was a chance that it could work at the theaters, even if it's a small opening, you make it. So as long as we kept that budget in our head, we could experiment and make Stree. Of course, it started as an experiment and became huge, but that's the one way we could find an outlet. And then we found the OTT, where you can make a big film, you can make a big series, and you can put stars in it or non-stars in it. You can do all kinds of stories in it. So as a filmmaker, it became like a haven for us, so we're doing too much of it.
But I mean,
yeah, that was sorry. Just to add to that was, for example, if you notice in Family Man, we have actors from all over the country. But again, that's one of like I said, the limitations of the format that doesn't exist in OTT. We had the luxury of picking people from Malayalam and Tamil and Telugu
and multiple languages too.
Sorry?
And them speaking multiple
And exactly,
languages.
speak in their language, because now you're just going with what the story wants, right? It would have been tough to make a film like that and put it on a screen, and people are looking at all these foreign faces and thinking it is a dubbing film, right?
Right.
So,
You know, I just remembered that, those early days, one of the filmmakers, and you use a very interesting word, liberated, one of the filmmakers had told me that this liberates you from the weekend mafia that exists. Because you're no longer trapped by what the weekend is going to do. Your content is going to sit on the service for posterity. People can come, discover it, rediscover it. And the kind of fandom that it creates is just phenomenal. I also just wanted to say that, these were early days and all of us were learning together. The pressure of casting, we just wanted to be authentic to what the characters are. The first 5 minutes of season 1 are in Malayalam. When I remember early on when people saw the show, they're like, are you sure? We were damn sure about it. We knew that it needed to be absolutely authentic. And we backed all their choices.
Well, I mean, it has